Follow at But Would You and you'll be alright.
What's going on, family? What's going on, family? Thanks for popping in with me. You already know what time it is. But would you, J-Rob, checking in with the markets with you. Hashtag don't forget to pay. If you would, I would appreciate it very, very much. All right. If you like that video clip, that was my man AJ. AJ is nice with the clips. I'm going to drop his link here in the description after this so you guys can check out his page too. He's nice with the edits. Definitely check him out. All right, so what are we talking about today? Today we're talking about Bitcoin, just kind of updating the market, letting everyone know you don't need to be worried, right? It's not that crazy. What I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to go live on IG just to see if anyone else wants to hop in here. Just give me 1 second, guys. Let me get that together, and we'll be good to go. 1 second. Hop into YouTube for questions. Oh, what's up, family? What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Just pin that on there. So yeah, IG got the IG. You'll have the behind the scenes shots, and then YouTube, you get the good stuff. You get the good stuff. Alrighty, so right here, this is Bitcoin's chart of Bitcoin. Earlier, shout out to EYL. They're the ones that pretty much motivated me to get into this space, so shout out to them. First and foremost, if you're not an earner, I highly suggest becoming one. EYL, Earn Your Leisure. They got the goods. They got the goods. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove everything that's on here right now, and basically I'm just gonna go through and draw it again, so that way you can have an understanding of what we did over this. So give me 1 second. Boom. Boom. All right. So first and foremost, guys, these lines, they're called moving averages, right? Moving averages are very important because they'll let you know what has the asset, in this case the asset's Bitcoin, what has the asset been doing over a moving average time period, right? So we have this first one on top is the 20 week. So over the past 20 weeks, this is the average, that was the average price, right? As it moves, that was the average price. And on the bottom, I got the Lakers colors on here, purple and gold, because you know LeBron about to do his thing tonight, or today rather. So the bottom one is the EMA, exponential moving average, and that is a 200-day we have set here. So that gives us the price of what has happened over the past 200 days, the price of what has happened over the past 20 weeks, and the average price over that time period. So those are the first things you always want to check out when you're checking into the market, right? So we can see that Bitcoin dropped under its 20-week moving average here at 48,500, and then we can see it dropped under the 200-day EMA as well, back here at 42, and currently we're sitting at 33. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to come back here and set what are called floor and resistance levels. What's up, James? Let's get it, baby. I like that energy. I like that energy. All right, so what we're looking for is floors. And when I say floor, what I mean is, a range in which the asset, again in this case it's Bitcoin, found a floor, found a home to sit and chill on, right? So you can kind of see this would have been considered a floor all right here. See how it just sat right there? The price got to that point and kind of just chilled out. And that's what we call floor. So for the people that don't know, I'm talking about this area right here. And once I see a floor, what I do is I put on a horizontal line, and I put it underneath my floor. And now I have a little bit of floor here where I know that the asset's price, again in this case Bitcoin, is sitting on that floor. And now I'm looking for a trend, so obviously I can see it trended up. And for the people that don't understand, it started here and it went up here, right? So that's easy to see. That's easy to see that it trended up, right? Should be pretty simple. All right, so now I have my first floor. Now I'm gonna find my first ceiling, right? So it trended up from here, it moved all the way up. It went here, and this would be my first ceiling. And if you're wondering why did I think this is my first ceiling, is because 1, 2, 3, 3 candles got to this level before it started dropping. So we could have called this a ceiling down here as well, because look, a couple candles got here and dropped. But instead of calling it a ceiling, why don't we just call it the next floor, right? So our next floor was right here. Easy enough, right? Easy enough. So let me just click backwards and show you guys all that again really fast. So we started right here, and we called this a floor because we see that the price moved up from down here. It moved up, and then it kind of stabilized, and it found a floor or a level of support. And then the next thing we did is we were looking for, okay, well, it found that level of support. It had to start dropping, right? Our next big drop was up here. It went from here to here. So I'm calling this a ceiling or resistance. So I'm calling this a ceiling or resistance. So we have our first floor that was down here, and it ran up, and it went up here to a resistance level. Hey, what's up, Darius? Let's go, baby. Let's go, Jimmy. Appreciate you hopping in here. Oh wait, I lost my connection on IG. Let me go back in here and hop back on IG. See my screen and ask questions. Boom. Alright, that's set. I don't know if it's set or not, but either way. Alright, cool. So we got our floor, we got our ceiling, or we got our support level, and we got a resistance level. Right? Floor, ceiling, support, resistance. Hey, what's up, Teddy? Hopped in here. What's up, baby? Omar, my man, what's going on? What's up, Mario? Grand rising to you, fellas. Alright, so we got our floor level here, aka support, and we got our ceiling level here, aka resistance. And what do I mean with that? I mean that the price right here, it found support. It came from down here, and it found a level of support where it stayed pretty much at the same level. So we're calling that support. The price then ran from there all the way up, and there was 3 days. We're on a daily chart, so there's 3 candles, 3 days where it hit this level of resistance, and then it went down, right? The price came down to here. The price then tried to test this again, resistance level, but it couldn't break it. The price went back down before eventually trending back up. So really simple again, that's support and resistance. Easy enough, guys, easy enough. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to find another level of support, right? So if we look here, we see another level of support formed right here. So we set that level. Again, why do we think this is a level of support? Because look at this. The price pretty much sat right in that little box right on that time. It barely went up, so it was a new level of support. So we have that line set now as a new level of support, and we keep going up. We could set this as a level of support right here. Why are we setting this as support, guys? You should already know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars sitting there. Cool. Hey, Lawrence, what's up, baby? Hit that like button. Yeah, hashtag don't forget to pay. I appreciate you guys. You already know how I feel about that. Alright, so again, we found this level of support. We ran up, right? Now what are we looking for again? We're looking for, I know you guys can shout it out. I'm going to do it for you. A new level of support. Look at this one. We found another level of support right here, right? Again, for the people that just hopped in, why is this a level of support? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, we're on a daily chart, so each candlestick is 1 day because we're on a daily chart. So there was 7 days where it pretty much stayed right at that price. So that was a level of support. So we want to act like we can't see this, right? We're going to act like we cannot see past this. And why are we doing that? We're doing that so we can show what's going to happen, right? So our first level of support was over here. It ran up. Our next level of support was right here. It ran up. Our next level of support was here. It ran up. And then it went all the way to our resistance. And then what happened? It came back down and it found a new level of support. So to make this really easy on you guys, I'm going to draw right here. This was our first level of support, right? 1. And then we went up here and we found our resistance. 2. We came down here. We found our support. 3. And then we came over here and found our new support. 4. right? So that should make sense to everybody. First, we started here on 1. We found this level. Then we went all the way up and found our resistance. First was our support. Went all the way up, found our resistance. So we got 1 and 2. Then we came back. We looked for another level of support. We just found this one. We got 3. We looked for another level of support. We found this one. We got 4. I don't know what is going on with that IG situation. Charts in between sets at the gym. Kyle putting in that extra work. Kyle putting in that extra work. All right, guys. So now, again, really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. First level of support. First level of resistance. Then we found this level of support. Then we found this level of support, right? So now we have an ultimate range of 12,061 all the way up to 40,903. And if you look down on the right hand side, you'll see what the date is. So this so far we've only done from our number 1, October 2020 up to January 27, 2021, right? So that's all we've done so far. And now we're going to move forward from point 4 and go forward. All right, so let's go forward. We go forward, we go forward, we go forward. Now we already set those lines back here, so we're not even thinking about them. We're up here, we're on a new level. I'm on a new level. Okay, so we'll leave that 4 there just so people can remember where we stopped at on 4. Right? We raise this up. Now what are we doing? What's the first thing we're going to do? We just did it, right? We just did it, so it's not even that hard. We go back, we started our number 4, and what do? What I would do first is I would try to find my new ceiling, right? Try to find the new highest point, so that way I'm not tripping about, oh, why I'm putting too many lines here. So just like we went from 1 to a high 2, now we're going from 4, and our 5 is going to be our next level of resistance, right? And we'll do our next level of resistance right here at 65K. So now we have another level of resistance. And now what do we do in there? So let me put the 5 up there. So we put our 5 right here. We found that level. Okay, so now we're looking in between these two levels, right? Now we got 65K to 40K. This is our new range that we're in. This is our more updated range that we're in, right? Because before we were looking back up till January 27th, right where the number 4 is. And now we're going from January 27th, 28th forward to where we're at now, which is May. So this is our new level. Okay, so we're starting at 4. We already set our 5. Now let's find our new floor. Okay, if I'm looking at this chart, where do I think, and again, we're going back because we started at 4, then we found our resistance, and now we go back and set another floor. Where would I think I should set a floor? Kyle going hard in the paint. Ain't lying. Hey, Zoe, what's up? What's up? Yoga and charts. Hey, I like that. I like that. Yoga and charts. Okay, so we got 5. We're going to find a new floor. And as we go back, we can see it went through this resistance. Now, you could set this as a floor, but let's see if we can find a better one, right? Like, we could set this right here as a floor, but let's see if we can find a better one. So we have 2 days where it pretty much sat on the floor. Was there any? Okay, we have a few here. We got a few over here. It sat on there a couple of days. Right here, I like this one. I honestly like this support because we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 bars, but look at the bodies of the candles, right? The bodies of the candles are actually sitting on the line compared to just the wicks, right? So over here, we had 2 bodies and a wick. Over here, we got pretty much 3 solid bodies, a 4th body, and a wick, right? So if you're wondering why I chose that, now different people that do different TA, different technical analysis, they'll do it differently. I'm not saying I'm the best at this. I'm just taking what I learned and what I learned from other people and applying it. So that's what I'm showing you guys. Again, not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment. It's not financial advice. Take that for what you will. Okay, so we got 5, and we're putting here. We got 6. Boom. So we got our 6th level, right? Okay, so we hit 4, we hit 5, we came back, we found 6, and let's see. And our 6th level was at 48. Let's see if we have any more. It goes up, it comes down. It kind of sits here. Wouldn't be a bad one to do. Let's go ahead and set that one just in case. And obviously we can always remove these if we need to. And we'll set this one, and we'll make this one number 7. Right, okay. So now let's go to the bigger picture. We're going back to the bigger picture. We started at 1. Right? So we got, let me turn on this highlighter. So we got 1 here, and then we got 2 here, 3, 4, 5 up here, 6 here, 7 here. Okay, now what does all that mean? That means that on our right hand side, these are our levels of support and levels of resistance. Support means the price will come there and hopefully be supported at that level. And resistance means the price will probably go to that level and possibly be rejected. So what happens is once your support level has been overcome, that new level is now a level of, I'm sorry, once your resistance level, I apologize. Once your resistance level has become overcome, then that resistance level now becomes a level of support, right? So I'm not going to say it's super simple because it took me a while to get it, and I'm sure it might take some of you guys a while to get it. But the more you hear it, the more I say it, the more you practice it, the better that you'll be at understanding it, right? So that's what we'll just keep doing. We'll keep repeating it for the beginners. We'll keep repeating it for the people that have already done it, and it'll just help us all get better. Okay, so the only thing I'm not seeing here is, I don't know where this line came in though. Let me erase this, and we'll make this R1. This will be R1, and this will say begin. We're putting a B here for begin. This was the beginning of the cycle, right? So this was the first level because it was the beginning of the cycle. Then we went for our first support. This is our 2. This is our first resistance. Our third support. Our fourth support. Then up to 5, our next level resistance. Down to another support. Down to another support. Okay? Again, once we cross, let's get in here. Just try to see, show you. Once we cross, we're going to use this example, number 3. We're using number 3. Once we crossed here, up past this level, we passed this level, we passed, right here is the 4, we passed this 4 level of support, and we went up to test our number 2 resistance, and what did we do? We came back down to 4, right? So again, what does that mean? That means that this was a level of resistance, and it became a level of support. Alrighty, once we understand that, guys, everything should be a lot easier moving forward, right? So now let's get into what's going on right now. So we're moving over. We're going to start just with showing this much. So now we're here. So Bitcoin, April 15th, hit our resistance level at 65K. And what it do? It came back down and found our support level at 48K. Then it went back up and it tested this resistance level at 55K. It battled it, it battled it, it battled it before eventually falling down to our support level. Then again falling to another support level, and then again falling to another support level. Now, if you guys realize, we didn't draw any lines over here, right? We didn't start over here. We started back here. So we drew our supports and resistances back here in December and January and February is where we drew everything. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The earliest we did was April. So it should show you that the charts usually are correct in predicting what level, if you do it correctly, what level of resistance and support you'll actually land on, right? So even though we didn't draw these lines here, you can still see it plays into them perfectly. Our 5 dropped down here to our support. It tested our resistance. It dropped back to support. It dropped back to support. And right now, it's been testing this support. So this gives us a great indication of what we should do when we're getting into a position, right? Like why would we buy? Let's make this a little bit bigger. Okay. So right now we're just looking between these two ranges, right? So this right now is 40K is a resistance. So let me put an R next to it. Right now this 40K is acting as a resistance and this 30K is acting as a support. Okay, so everyone sees that we're only talking about these two lines. Resistance. support. We're only talking about these two lines for right this very second. Okay, so why would we enter a position, right? Why would we buy a lot of Bitcoin or all? Why would we, if we had $100, why would we put all 100 in right here? That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It's like if I had $100, I wouldn't want to put it all in right at my level of resistance. I would wait until it got to my support level. Maybe put in $50 when it gets to my support level, and then see what happens. If Bitcoin keeps going down, then I would put in another $50 at this support level, and then another 50 at my next support level. You know, it doesn't make sense if you have the money to invest, and whatever, whether it's 50, 100, 10, whatever the case may be. If you have the money to invest, you know, you should invest it smartly and try to make educated decisions. And that's what I'm trying to give you here, right? So if Bitcoin's dropping right now, I would go into my Coinbase app or whatever the case may be, and I would set a limit order. And I would just set a limit order to buy right here. And then once that price came down and hit my limit order, I would have bought some, right? And then the same thing for, let's say the price just ended up going straight up from here. Let's say the price just went like this, it came down, and then it just, came down and just started moving straight up, and it went through this, and it went to right here to 48K. Well, I'm not going to buy at 48K because it's my resistance level, right? It went through my old resistance, which would have turned into support, and now it's at my new resistance. So I'm going to see if it goes through that, because eventually it's going to fall back to that line at some point. And the same thing for here. If it did go right through here and went up to here, I'm not buying right here. I'm waiting for it to come test this level again. Then I'm going to buy. And then it's either going to go back up, or it could come back down to this level. And then I'm going to buy again at that level. Right? So that's a super simple way to try to find good entry points. Now, it's not telling you the exact dollar amount, which there's more to technical analysis to find the exact specific dollar amount you want to get into. DCing ADA like a mofo right now. So would this be averaging down, right? Exactly. So yeah, exactly. So you're averaging down, right? Because let's say you FOMO'd into buying Bitcoin, right? And you bought up here. Okay, and then the price just started dropping and dropping and dropping. And most people are going to want to sell, right? They're getting scared that they're losing money. They want to sell it before they lose more money. But you have a good idea if you do this. If you set your floors and your resistance levels, you have a good idea of when you should actually sell, or you know, when you should buy back in. So let's say you did buy up here, and let's say it came down and it went through all these levels and it went all the way down to here. Now you would be sick if you sold right here. At least I would be sick for you. Because it came right to your resistance level, then went right up to this, right to your support level, and then went right up to this. So you would have came down, you would have sold at 30K, and then it would have bounced right back up to 40K within one day. And you know, right there, you would have saved yourself some money. So knowing this type of stuff is huge. All right, I see a lot in the comments that something's going on with ADA. So let me check ADA out. We got 23 people watching, 14 likes. If y'all could double that for me and get to 23 likes or even 28, I don't know how that would be possible mathematically, but maybe you can make it happen. I believe in you. But yeah, don't forget to pay, baby. The info is free, but don't forget to pay. Let's check out Cardano really quick. See what's going on with Cardano really quick. It says there's a problem with the stream. Close some of these tabs. See if this helps out at all. Alright, see if that helps out at all. Oh, also, I guess while we're here, I just made a Facebook page as well. If you guys want to add me on Facebook, I just made a @ButWoodja Facebook page as well. You can find some good info on there coming up in the near future. Cardano, $1.13. It dropped from $1.55 of a high today. Let's go to a Cardano chart. Yeah, so Cardano is coming down, guys, and you can see right here, it's coming down and it's testing that moving average, right? You can see we already set our levels of support here and resistance, right? So right now, Boom. Mad tabs, yeah, yo, Mario, man. When you get into this research game and you really want to find some stuff out, man, those tabs get crazy. But it looks like I closed them, and it looks like the connection's better. So hopefully that helps. But yeah, my tab game wild. I used to only have high tabs at the bar. That's when I knew I was messing up. You know what I mean? Now I only got a lot of tabs on my computer, so it's not so bad. All right, let's rock. So we got right here. This would have been our level of support. Oops, that's a little too big. This would have been our level of support, and this would have been our level of resistance, right? And this black box right here, let me type it in here. So I'm gonna put 0.618, and for the people that know, they already know what that is. For the people that already know, they know what that is. So shout out to you. If you know what 0.618 is, drop it in the comments. If you know, hey, we got the A. I appreciate y'all with that light game. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. So now we got ADA dropping right now. It's at $1.09. So this is our daily chart. At one point today, it was up to $1.55. It's dropped all the way down to $1.09. Remember, our resistance level is set right here at $1. So if I were you, I mean, $1.09 to me is a good buy for Cardano, right? Fibonacci, Omar, shout out to you, Omar. Yo, Omar, you gonna be entered to win. We're gonna do a free giveaway. We're gonna do a free giveaway. Let's do it. Let's set the giveaway up real quick. Hold on. Name my name wheel. Boom. Omar, know what's up. That's cool, man. He already knew. 0.618. That's a Fibonacci level. That's a Fibonacci level. I'll put it's all good, bro. We knew what you meant. Omar. Boom. So Omar, we got you as the first entry on there. Let me see who else is in the comments. Who else is in the comments? Who else is in the comments? Kyle checked in from the gym, right? So we're gonna throw Kyle on there. Zoe checked in from the yoga. We throwing Zoe on there. And you know what? Let's throw. If you commented up to this point, you going on there. You commented, you going on there. So we got James, the real James. Oops. Don't try to hop in now. We stopping at the real James. Or my name is James. My name is James. So we got my name is James, Zoe, Mario. Let me put Mario on here. Kyle got you on here. I don't know who Agaz is. Let me throw you on here. What's up, Agaz? Throw you on here. Oh, Jimmy. Jimmy's on here. Oh, Teddy. Teddy's on here. Alright, cool. So we got James, Jimmy, Teddy. Oh, Lawrence. Lawrence, you getting thrown on there. Alright, that's it. That's it. Oh, Nina. Hey, Nina. I got you. Dang, Leon, you came in just too late, bro. You popped in just too late. See how that goes? I appreciate everybody, though. I do appreciate everybody. These are the people. I'll spin this wheel at the end, and then if you win, just DM me, and then we'll talk about the reward and everything. Okay, 1 second. We're going back to ADA. Back to Cardano. So again, Cardano's resistance level now is at $1, right? So if it drops to $1, then I'm buying, because if it's, look at this, look how long it's had this level of support. I don't know when I drew this, but you can see here it held this dollar level of support. It ran up from 31 cents all the way up. It hit resistance right here, bounced. I thought it was going to come back down, but it was too strong. It came up, pushed through support, came back to resistance, pushed up to resistance, came back down to support, resistance, support, resistance, support. Then it broke through resistance, support, broke through that, support, broke through that, and then we came back down, right? So this is our goal. If we go under this level, if we go under that level, then the next one I would draw, I should have already had it drawn, but the next one I would draw would probably be here, right? 69.70 cents. But I'm not even going to leave that on there, because Cardano's not going to do that. It's not going under a buck. It's definitely not staying under a buck. You can see out of all this time since February 23rd, it's only been under a dollar once, and it went to 90 cents. And that was recently, April 23rd. So there's a little quick update in regards to Cardano. I would definitely get in at a dollar for sure. What's up, Mike? Yeah, what's up, Mike? But yeah, you weren't in here beforehand, man. You had to comment. You had to drop a comment. The rewards for the people that dropped a comment. So next time you hop in, make sure you're active with us. Make sure you're asking questions. Make sure you're saying what's up. At least check in. All right, any questions? I'll keep going through a couple more and let you know any questions. Again, for the people that just jumped in, we are saying Bitcoin right now is testing its levels. Bitcoin is testing its levels of resistance and support. Right now, it's at 31,000. So expect it to drop close to this level of 30,000 before bouncing back up and trying to test this new level of 40K. And again, guys, what does it mean? What does it mean if it goes through this level of support? What's going to happen? Anybody can tell me that? Yeah, I got you, Leon. I'll do ETH right next. But if anyone could tell me what's it mean if Bitcoin drops through this 30K level, shout it out in the comments. And if you're not already on the wheel, I'll add you to the wheel. All right. So I can set limits on Coinbase or only on CoinPro. Only on Coinbase Pro you can set your limits. Only on Coinbase Pro, but Coinbase Pro is free and it has less fees. So if you have a Coinbase account, you should just download a Coinbase Pro account. It's the same login. It's like everything the same except Pro. So really, you should do that. You'll save yourself with fees. If it gets under $1, there goes my kid's college fund. Nah, that's completely wrong because we just said, right? If it gets under $1, it's gonna do the same thing, bounce back up. I don't see your kid's not watching it at But Would You, so he's not old enough to work a computer yet. So you still got time for it to come back up. I don't want to hear that. You'll be all right. Let's see. So if it buy. He said if it goes under that, what does that mean? He said buy. I agree with you there. That's facts. It is buy. Whole market tanks. Good call, Leon. Yeah, that does mean as big. That's correct. Yeah, let me add Leon on here, man, because you know what? He's putting in the effort either way. He's putting in the effort either way. Boom. You're on there, baby. But yeah, so if it goes under here, the market will follow. So good call, because the market will go down as Bitcoin goes down. You should buy the dip. Another good call. But there we go, Omar. That's what I was looking for. Set new support. That's exactly the answer I was looking for. If it goes down under this 30K, it should, right? There's a chance, because we've seen it before. So we've seen it over here, right? If it goes under a support level, it'll do what? Either chill out and come right back to support, or it'll go to a new level of support, right? It's trying to find a home. All this stuff is math. It's always trying to find a home, right? So even if it goes under this level of support, it's just going to try to come find a new level of support. And if it goes under that one, it's going to try to find a new level of support. And the same thing all the way down, it's trying to find a new level of support all the way till it was at $0. So that's the importance of support levels, support and resistance, right? So good job, Omar. Good answer. Under 30K by the dip. That's facts. Time to buy. Yeah, if it's under 30K. But again, right, we're not just going to buy it, right? So it's not going to just go, let's say, okay, it goes under 30K and now it's right here at 25. Now you could do the dollar cost average and you could slowly get into there. Hey, Salil. Hey, shout out to Salil, LA, Locks of Love. If you got some long johns and you need them taken care of, that's my guy, Locks of Love, LA. Also got a location in DC. So check them out. But let's see here. So how do you estimate the new support levels? Well, remember, Mario, if you go back to when we first, wait, let me make sure I didn't miss anyone else's question. 1 second. Time to buy. Okay, I thought I was slow and couldn't find it. Nah, you're good. I have a limit order set at 25. Okay, so Zoe, this is perfect, right? So for you, now if you're dollar cost averaging in, of course you would have a buy set right here at 25, right? In case it does what we said, in case it just comes down here and tests it and comes right back up to support. So that's good. Have that set at 25. But what you also need to have one set is at the next level, right? So if you got $100 set at 25, maybe you change that $100 to 50 set at 25 and 50 set at 22. But you could watch the charts and know, right? So you could literally be sitting in here and you could watch it, and then you could find out. Like if you were sitting here and you're watching, right, and it pushes under, you could have your limit order set at 25. Now again, you know, you have a busy life. You have your yoga you're doing. You have your beautiful daughters you're taking care of. You have, you know, a lot of stuff going on in your life. You might not be able to have the time to sit here. So that's exactly why you would have a Coinbase Pro account, and you would set your limit orders. So let's say you just do this in the morning, right? Or you tap in with me in the morning. I go live, you tap in with me. We go over supports and resistance for the day, because they're not going to change too much. They will change, but you know, for the most part, if we stay on top of it, we'll know what's going on. So say you tap in with me, you got your chart pulled up, I got mine pulled up. We're on YouTube. You're like, okay, boom. We look here. We see a few areas to set our buys. If we think, okay, it could drop, we'll set a buy here. We'll set a buy here, and we'll set a buy here. And so then we'd have a buy set. So say we had $100 we are going to invest for that day, or you know, for that month, for that week, whatever. We would take that $100 and we would split it up, right? We do 33 here, 33 here, 33 here. Okay, now let's say it came down and it hit this one, so you spent 33. It came down and hit this one, you spent 33, but then it went back up. That's okay, because now you still got your other 33 or your 34. You still got that chilling down here, and you can just leave it there, or you can move it up because it could possibly go up and come back to resistance, right? So that's the more educated way to make your decisions when you're buying, instead of just reading, you know, open up Instagram, you see I got Doge money, I got Bitcoin money, I'm big up, and then you get FOMO, you know, fear of missing out. You FOMO, and you want to, man, I want to be like Jamal and Mario, Omar, and man, I'm trying to get my money up, and then you just buy it at the top, and like, if you would have spoke with them, or tapped in and watched the video first, you would have already known, like, oh, okay, I see why they get money, but let me set my limit order here, so that way I can make the most out of my opportunity instead of just going in and doing it blindly, right? So yeah, exactly, Nina. The stacking of the limit orders, it makes so much sense, and this is how you find the prices that you should stack them, right? Like, imagine you if you got $1,000, right? Let's say I do 250 here. You know, I do 250 in the middle part. I do 250 at this level, and then I do 250 at the bottom level. So that way my average price is a combination of all of those. That's a combination of all of those, right? So instead of my price just being boom, oh man, okay, I'm paid 30, and then having the sickness of paying at 30, watching it go to 22. Because if you're smart, you're not selling, guys. You're not selling these propositions these positions anyway. You're holding on to them, right? So so when people say, like James said, oh man, if it goes under $1, I lost my kid's college fund. Well, James, I know, is a very smart man, and he's not gonna sell because he's down, right? He's gonna hold on to it and wait for it to bounce back. So it's really good to set those levels. Give me 1 second here. Close that out. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Boom. Mario, look at the previous lows prior to 30K. Let me go back and read these comments really quick. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know, bro. I know. I'm just messing with you too. All right. I'm just kidding. I'm finally getting it. Good stuff. Mario, look at. I got you. We're gradually buying in. Yup. Thanks, James. Okay. Right. I always. Um. Hey, what's up, Dante? Sorry, man. I'm on a YouTube live. Let me hit you right back. All right. Sorry, I had a call there. Okay, right. I always have a problem on where to buy and setting limit orders. This stacking method is genius. We'll set that up now. Thank you, King. Oh, it's much appreciated. Thank you for tapping in with me. Don't forget to pay. Hashtag appreciate y'all. We need that positive Elon too. Yeah, yeah. So there are market movers that move the market, right? So yeah, there's. Sorry, Leon. I meant to get to Ethereum, and I started chit chatting and forgot all about it, right? So let's do Ethereum now, because I am into Ethereum as well. I think Ethereum is sick. Let's go ahead and move this over to here. Make this 0.61. Okay. Leave that in that box. Let's take this off. Okay. Someone asked me one time when I was doing this, oh, what is this one line over here for? And I was like, honestly, I don't know, man. When you're sometimes when you're drawing on this stuff, like you just you leave a line accidentally, and then you're like, oh, like I honestly don't even know what that was for. So my apologies. But okay, so let's do Ethereum. What do you guys want? You want me to just to go over this right quick, or you want me to reset the floors? Let me know in the comments if you want me to reset the floors or just go over this part. Especially under 1K drops. Oops, $1. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Matic is strong, baby. I like Matic a lot. I wouldn't have lost my kids. I was going to invest all of it. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Even smarter, man. Um, okay, okay. There. Boom, boom, boom. Let me check this over here. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. All right, Mario, I'm going to reset it for you. Got you. That was the first clear answer I got. So we're going to remove drawings. Boom. Okay. So we're starting fresh, right? We're starting fresh. This is Ethereum. Again, we're on a 1-day chart. The asset we're looking at is Ethereum. What are these? Like I said, LeBron's going off tonight for the Lakers. So we got our purple and our yellow. Our purple line is the 20, I'm sorry, our purple line is the 20-week moving average. So this is the 20-week moving average. And our gold line is the 200-day EMA, estimated moving average, right? I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I got you. I'm doing it right now. Appreciate you guys. All right, so let's go back here. So we're starting, right? So this is how we're starting it. Everyone can have this. This is nothing. There's no, you can get all this for free. You go to tradingview.com. Well, I already have an account, so, but yeah, TradingView. If you just Google TradingView, it's the first one, tradingview.com. You will click on it. This is the main page. You create an account. You can do a free one. I got a pro one. You hit charts. Once you get over to charts, you would type in what you want to look at. Again, my stuff is showing up because I already have an account, but you would type in what you want to look at, Ethereum. And then on the right-hand side, this is the exchange, right? So this is Ethereum on the Kraken exchange, Ethereum on the Binance, Ethereum on BitBay, Ethereum on Coinbase. So this just determines what exchange you're looking at it on. And so I do Binance because this is where I trade my stuff, but you don't have to use Binance. Okay, so let's go back to here. So that's how we got to this page. Again, I already went through that, but TradingView, your asset is Ethereum. We're on a 1-day chart. Your indicators, you would just hit this drop down and you would type moving average, or you could click on indicators and type in moving average, and then you would be good to go with that, right? So that's how you set it up. You would turn on your moving averages, you would just click them, boom, and then you would go from there. All right, so we're starting from the beginning, and just like we did last time, we're gonna act like we can't see over here. We're gonna act like we don't know what's happening all the way up until, let's go to, let's say, we'll do right here, right? Okay, so now we're looking at Ethereum all the way back in August of 2020 up until March of 2021. And we're looking at this. Why are we looking at this, guys? We're trying to set our resistance and support. Exactly. We're setting our resistance and support. So the first thing we're doing is we're looking for a consolidation period, right? And what is consolidation? Consolidation means it was pretty much around the same price throughout that whole time, right? So it was pretty much, I mean, obviously it's not perfect, but it was pretty much around at the same price the entire time. So when we went back, we looked, we see right here, this is the first time we see it pretty much around that time. So then we would come here, we would get our horizontal line, and we would set our horizontal line. Boom. And that's how we found our first level of support, right? So that's how we found our very first level of support. Now the next thing we would do, and we'll put a 1 here. So this was 1. Our next thing we do is we need to find a level of resistance. You want to find the highest level, right? Because you don't want to have this. You don't want to have all those lines right from the gate. That's going to confuse you and you're going to be doing too much. Yes, exactly. Consolidation equals trading sideways. It means the price is pretty much just moving sideways for, you know, a specified amount of time. So just consolidated right in there. Great call, Mario. That's a way better. Oh, yep, and Darius, I see you put it in there too. Great call, yep. All right, so instead of us doing it that way, right, and just going, oh, well, here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one, we're going to do it a little bit more detailed, and we're going to go from our support straight to our resistance, right? Straight to this top, straight up to there. Because now we have a range. Now we have a range, right? We got 316, John, Steve Austin, 316. Anybody? No. All the way up to 2054. So now we got a range to work with, and now we can go inside this range and figure out where we need to set our next floors and our next ceilings, right? So this is our 1 because we did this one first, and this one will be our 2 because we did this one second. Easy enough, right? That's pretty basic. Easy enough. Now we're gonna scroll over to move down the time, and I'm only scrolling right here to make the time go further, so that way we can see better, right? So I'm scrolling to see the time better, scrolling to see the time better. And now again, we already set this, so I can go all the way to this black box. So boom, I can scroll all the way over to here. And now I'm looking for a new level of support. And I would agree that probably my new level of support, because if we take a measuring stick and we go from this bottom level, right? So we go from this floor level and we go to this top level, or this next floor. That's about 71%. That's a 71% increase, right? 60%. So we can set another floor there. Went up 60%. Let's do it right. We're gonna do it on the set, right? Oops. Boom. So we're doing it on this set. So this went up, it hit this floor, came back down. It's a little above it, but again, everyone does TA differently. Your lines might be a little bit off from where mine are. It's at John 3:16 exactly. Your lines might be a little bit off from where I are. It's a learning curve, right? As you do it more, you'll get more detailed. You'll get specifically in, you know. And if I was going super hard on this, I might zoom in so I'm exactly right where I need to be. But again, that's time consuming. Y'all are not going to be entertained by that, and you're not going to learn as well from that. Just know that when you're doing it, you can zoom in and try to get it as perfectly as you want. Okay. So now we're going up and doing to our next one. So, oops, let me mark this as our number 2. This was our number 2 floor right here. This consolidation range was, so we had 1. Oh shoot, number 2. I should have said number 3. So we had 1, then we got 2, and then we got 3. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to move up, and we see that the price went up and hit a resistance level. Right? This would be a new resistance, because look at this huge run up and then this drop. So it dropped here and found support, and it found resistance right here. And I picked this level. So let me mark these really quick. So this is number 4. My bad. So this is, oh my goodness. This is number 4, and then this one up here was number 5. Okay. And if you're a little confused right now, you can shout it out in the comments. But basically we did 1, 2, then we came down, we found 3, then we found right here, we found 4, and then we found 5. And you guys should see why I picked 5, because look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 8 candles touched it. And on the downside, it sat 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's why I picked that little range. So we have that range again from 1,000 to 1,400. And now what do? Of course, we just slide on down. Slide on down. So now we don't have to think about 1, 3, 4. We don't have to think about those as much. We set them, right? So now we'll keep going over, and we're going to stop when we get to, oops. So as you can see, we broke through our first resistance up here. But look at it, right? You can tell. Like, this is what I think is cool about this stuff and understanding it. Like, we broke through. So we went up here, we tested. This was the first time we tested resistance. This was the first time we tested resistance. We came right back down. So guys, we couldn't even see that. When I drew that 2, like, I didn't draw that 2. I mean, I didn't draw this 5 because I saw this. I drew the 5 because there was a top part, right? That was a level of resistance. And look, as we scrolled over, we couldn't even see that. It found exactly there. That to me is cool. It pretty much told us this was our top, right? Let's review really quick, because you guys need to understand this. So this was 1, right? This purple line at the bottom was our first line we drew. This was 2. This was our second line that we drew. So we had just 1 and 2. We just had from 316 to 2054. and then we drew 3, and then we drew 4, and then we drew 5. And at that time, we could only see this. And we drew 5 here, and if you look as we scroll over, it sat right on 5. It came up, it tried to get to 2, but it didn't, so it came back down. And what could we do? We could draw a level of support right here if we wanted to. We could do that. We could put a level of support right here, because you can see it stayed stable on that range. It was testing it, but it didn't go above it. And then when it did finally go through that level of support, look, it pushed up all the way through. It hit a little bazinga and just zoomed right straight up top to our 2 again, right? To our second level that we drew. And then it hung out. It just chilled at that level. It was chilling right there. And then it went into what we call price discovery, where it went above that level, and now we got to draw more levels, right? So again, we left off on 5. So the next line we're going to draw is going to be 6. So let's find out where we're going to draw our 6th line at. Can you show one more time how you find the level of resistance? Yeah, this is a perfect example right here, Michael. This is a perfect example right here, right? So again, really quick, we drew line 1, which was support. We drew line 2, which was resistance, and then 3, 4, 5. And now we're about to draw line 6, and we're drawing line 6, and what we Sorry, my headphone keeps like cutting out randomly. All right, so we're drawing line 6, right? We're drawing line 6, and with that being said, we have to find a new level of resistance. So what's the first thing we do, guys? Imagine now, I know it's going to confuse you just a little bit, but imagine now this was the first level, because now it's our support, right? So imagine this was the first level. So all these lines, all these purple lines that you see right now, that was our first level. And then we broke through our first level, because look, we were just going up and down between that first level. And once we broke through that first level, now we're going to draw a new set of lines that encompass here, our next level. Right? So now we have to set a new level of support for all this new stuff here. And that's exactly what we'll do right now. So we're on 6. We're on the 6th line that we're going to draw. This is our current level of support. And the first thing we do is we find our highest level of resistance. Right? So this is our highest level. So that's why. So now we have this range. So James said, for support, look for previous lows with 3 or more touches to the line. For resistance, look for previous highs with 3 or more touches. Yeah, you could definitely do that. Facts. Omar, yeah. So when I go live, it should save, and then you can find all my live videos just on my YouTube. Just go here at But Would Ya. So let's say you just go to YouTube, right? You're on YouTube, and you just search the search bar at But Would Ya. My thing pops up. You would click on my page, and then videos, and then it should be right here under all the videos. Sometimes you have to click on like live or live now or all videos or past live streams. So that's where, if you can't find something, just click on that. Past live streams, live now, or all videos. Alright, but yeah, that should pop up for you. If you guys got to go, I completely understand. Like, so don't even trip. I ain't tripping on you. But hashtag don't forget to pay. And I know y'all already did, so I appreciate it. Alright. So again, Michael, this is for you, right? So this is our new level of support down here because it broke through. And the first thing that we did, this was the very first thing we did. We found a new level of resistance. So we got our horizontal line. We came over. We saw that over here, right? We see that that's the highest point. So we'll set that as our new level of resistance. And now we have our new range, right? So this is our new range. Our new range is from this level of support up to this level of resistance, right? 112%. So now we have that range, and now what do we do with that range? Now we piece it up just like we did at the bottom. We chop it on down. Break her down like a shotgun. Alright, so let's move up here, and let's set our new levels of support and resistance. And again, we have this whole range to work with. We have from 2054 to 4300. Boom, we grab our horizontal line, and we look for places where it chilled out. Now, all these green candles moving up like this means that we moved up fairly quickly, right? We went up, 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 up fairly quickly. So that just means we're going to come down fairly quickly. That's how markets work. So it's going to be a little bit harder. So we'll draw a line here because we had 2 touches. But because we were moving so quickly, we're not going to have a whole bunch of touches, right? The line could have even been right here that we drew. Again, this is what I mean when I say, oh, you can go in and make it perfect and do all that stuff. But for the level of teaching you how to do it and the time that we have, I'm not going to do that. But this is exactly what I mean right here. You could have made it here because it touched there, or you could have made it here. You know, that's semantics, schematics, whatever. I don't even know how to spell that word. Anyway, so now we keep going up. Boom, boom, boom. We got another couple levels, right? It leveled off for the most part here. Leveled off. Boom. It went up here. Came back down. Now you could draw these lines, right? You could draw here, here. But for the sake of this, I'm not drawing those. Boom. Hit that bottom right there. So I like that little range. Right here, the price was moving too quickly, really, to find a home, right? There's not really one or 2 candles. You could say here if you wanted, again, you know, but for what we're doing and because we already know where the price went down, we draw the levels down here. And then I would pick right here as the last one. And you could throw one here if you wanted to. Right? So we drew all these lines where the price is currently at. Over here, where this price is currently at. All these lines we just drew off of these over here. And you can see the price came down and hit them. And you can also see the price came down and touched this line, right? This was the, oh, we didn't mark this line. This is like the 5th or 6th line we drew right here. And when I say right here, I know it's hard to see, so let me hit this button. This line is the one I'm talking about. Look where the price came down to, guys. The price came exactly right down to it and touched it. Exactly. So that's really cool. We said that was off of lines we drew back here. That was off of work we did over here. And the result still came out to over here. So when you have your charts drawn, you can just leave them up and leave that information. And even with this one, right? This one came down and it still tested this range. Still tested that range. And now currently right now, the range that we would be in is from this level at 1725 to 2531. 1725 to 3521. I just said that wrong. 2531. Boom. So let's take a measuring chart. Hit measure from here up to here. So we're in this current range, right? 1700 to 2500. There's a middle at 2054. So what I would do is I would set an order if you want to get into ETH and you want to get into ETH with a little bit better understanding. I would set my order right here. It's getting close to there. I would set it right there, right around my 1722 line. Set my order there, and then if it gets filled, then that's perfect. And it's either going to bounce off of that line and come back up to our next range, which is 20,054. I'm sorry, 2054, or the next one, 2,531. Unless what, guys? But you got to remember. No worries, Teddy. Appreciate you, man. Again, guys, you got to remember, if it goes under this line, if it breaks under this level of support, what is it going to do? It's going to go down and try to find support at this level, right? So you can have an order set at 1722, and you could have an order set at 1404. And then that way, if both of them get filled, you end up with the end price right in the middle. So again, it's not time to freak out. It's not time to worry. It's more so a time to tap in with me, tap in, with yourself and do the work, get the understanding, and really like figure out what do you need to know to get the best entries. I know it gets confusing with these lines. Like I get confused sometimes. I'm like, wait, what? Like, so I know it gets a little confusing, but just keep at it, keep trying, and eventually it'll start coming to you. Do you guys have any other questions, or was there any other like resistance and support levels you wanted me to check on for you? If not, then I'm gonna pretty much call it. Oh, I do have to spin this wheel. I forgot I have to spin this wheel. We're not going off of that one. That was an accident. I didn't mean to spin that one. So it's gonna pop up and say someone won. I'm actually gonna do this so no one actually complains. Boom. Okay. 20% extra off your 40% Doge. Mario, Doge, come on. I'll do it. I'll do Doge just for you, but my advice would be don't get into it because Doge is gonna do what Bitcoin does right now, right? Like I'm not gonna do this whole chart. It's at 27 cents. It's not a fundamentally sound project. Um, and no disrespect to anybody, you know, invest in what you want to invest in. Do your own due diligence. But for me, if it doesn't have good fundamental analysis, then I do not want to put my money into it. And right now, as it stands today, May 23rd, 2021, Doge does not have good fundamental analysis. Um, so look for Doge to fall down to 20 cents. If it goes to 20 cents, I will buy some. If it goes to 20 cents, I will buy some. But that's all I gotta say about Doge, honestly. Respectfully. All right, guys. No other questions. Then I'm gonna just let y'all get to it. Let y'all crush the day. You can briefly skim through it. Thanks, dog. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Don't forget to pay. Hashtag don't forget to pay. Oh, and let me pull up really quick. Let me make sure I say this. I want to pull up my man's work, but for some reason it's not popping up when I search it. What the hell? 1 second, guys. Any other questions? Go Lakers, yes sir. About to catch this Lakers game. Already got my run in today. You guys get a run in today? Doesn't have to be a run, workout. I know Kyle said he did. I know I think Zoe said she did. Oh, we gotta spin the wheel. That's what I forgot to do. Before we do that, I'm trying to find my man's real quick. Ah, my goodness. Alright, I can't find it. Oh, you know what? I can find it here. Oh no, you can see my emails. So shout out to my guy at Forest Media, AJ at FORSYTH Media. My man is the truth with the editing. I just wanted to really shout him out because he really held me down. If you have any questions about editing or need any editing work done, this is his email. Boom. You can go ahead and hit him up. He's pretty nice with the work. So check out my guy right here. Boom. This is his webpage. Check this out too. So yeah, just check him out if you need anything. I just wanted to shout him out. He really helped me out with some different things. So, you know, the only way to put on for other people is being put on for them. So the last thing we'll do is spin the wheel. It looks like I'm having some slow connections. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're gonna leave that. Alright, boom. Alright guys, let's spin this wheel real quick. The winner is being spun right now. The winner is being spun right now. And the winner is Kyle. Kyle tapped in. Kyle tapped in at the gym and won. So that's how it goes, man. Kyle, I talk to you on the regular, so I'll get with you to let you know what you won. For the nosy people that want to know what he won $25 of the crypto of his choosing, which is a great time right now. So $25 to Kyle, the crypto of his choosing. Appreciate you being in here. Appreciate everybody that hollered at me. Hashtag don't forget to pay. Like, subscribe if you could. Share to YouTube, man. We're at 285 subscribers. If we can get to 300, that would be lovely. And then we'll go for 4. All right, guys. Appreciate you, man. Have a good day.